All right, welcome back into the show. This is the Coach's Corner. My name is Sean Baligian, and those of you that have been following what we've been doing for a few years, you might remember this name. He was a star player up at Traverse City Central. Not trying to make him blush, but he was on our Player of the Year list going back 5 years ago, and now he's part of a great story. We've been talking about this since week one this year, the story up in Alpena. Coach Lindback and his staff, one of the members of that staff, kindly joining us right now. He is Cam Givens. And first of all, Cam, it's a pleasure to catch up with you. Thanks for being so gracious with your time and joining us here on the show. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Doing very well. Hey, we've been talking about this is a great story up in Alpena. First of all, let's start with how you ended up there. My understanding is you've known Coach Lindback for a little bit of time. When he took over, he placed the call to you. Take us back. How did that transition take place?
Yeah, so when I was done playing, I moved over here, was just kind of getting back off of surgery and was playing men's league. And I've known him for a long time. He coached against my dad back when I was little. I've known his kids, and then he came up to me actually at a baseball game and said, "Hey, if I get this position, would you want to be one of my assistants?" That's all she wrote since. We're having a blast over here, and I'm enjoying every second of it.
It really is a great story. We've talked you guys up. So many coaches I reached out to at the beginning of the season said, look out for Alpena. Obviously, you've been ranked over the course of the season. I have a feeling you'll be back in there. But talk about what this means to the community, because for people that don't remember, Alpena was a powerhouse for years. Coach Byers, who's in the Hall of Fame, multiple state championships and everything. How has this been up in the community of Alpena?
It's a small community, and when everyone's happy. And obviously Tony Byers is a big name here, and there's a lot of banners that are hanging up from his days, and we're hoping to add another one. We're doing well. We have a lot of support right now. People are always wondering how we're doing. We play a lot of games on the road, so we actually haven't been able to play at home a ton yet this year. We get the support from obviously local businesses to people on the street saying, hey, good game. Makes it more fun to play. We always have a good crowd at night, Friday nights, and just makes for a fun environment for the kids.
11-4-1 this season. I know one guy that has made a name for himself is your goaltender, Cooper Black. Talk about Cooper and maybe some of the pieces that perhaps people downstate are missing about this team. I think by now everybody knows about Cooper Black, but certainly this team surely is more than just Cooper. But your thoughts?
Coop is a big kid. Everyone knows he's about 6'6". There's not a whole lot of room to shoot at. A big kid that moves well, smart kid. And obviously he's been a big part, but you guys, we have two guys up front with Van Duzen and Plowman who are kind of our core scoring guys. And then obviously on D, we got, a good mix of young and old. Owen Lindback's another huge piece on defense that people don't realize. And just a lot of young guys that are really buying into their role. And
once again, Cam Givens joining us, a member of a fine staff up in Alpena. Great story up in Alpena, certainly a team to watch moving forward. Cam, on a personal level, how's this transition been for you? I mean, you're a guy, we were talking about it before the show started. It's not that long ago that, you were out on the ice at the high school level. How's this transition from, a player at this level to a coach at this level been for you?
Obviously, last year was my first year, and it is difficult when you're a young guy and you're fairly close in age to a lot of the guys you're coaching, especially the seniors. So that was a little bit of an adjustment. The competitive part is tough when you just want to lace them up and go out there and do it yourself. So that still happens, especially in the close games, the big games. But second time around, you learn to really just help. And now that I got my feet wet. The staff's been there for 2 years now. We're starting to click really well.
We talked about one of the legends up in Alpena, Coach Byers. Your father, certainly a legend in the high school community, no doubt about that. Truly one of the gentlemen as well. Big North, there's a lot of good hockey being played. There's some rivalries up there. Did he give you any advice, or did he say, good luck, kid, I hope we beat you every year? How did that whole process play itself out?
It's funny. People ask me that all the time, how much trash talk really goes on. I'm gonna be honest with you. We both want each other to do well, but those two games during the year when we're playing against each other, they are a conference game and they are important. And each one of us wants to beat the other one. There's no doubt, not only just for the team, but there are some bragging rights there for sure. But no matter what, after each game, we go out to dinner and talk about the game and just chat. And that doesn't change from back when I played. So, we call each other after every game, kind of let each other know how it goes.
Cam Givens joining us here on the high school hockey report. The Big North is one of those conferences to me that has always been fascinating. You're used to it, but for people down here that maybe don't understand, a road game might mean traveling 10, 15 minutes down here, downstate. A road game in Big North country can be something entirely different. And to me, that's what's fun. Talk a little bit about that dynamic and maybe some of the rivalries that exist in the Big North.
We go anywhere from Gaylord, which is an hour away, to Cadillac and Travers, which is 2.5. Petoskey as well. So there's a lot of travel. It's a grind. You play each other twice. So you're playing 10 conference games. And, over the years, it just seems like, as you go through the conference towards the end, you always have, 2 or 3 teams that are in the front running. And usually it's both Traverse City teams and stuff. So now that we're starting to work our way in, we're kind of, we had a good run last year. Couldn't quite do it, but we're back in the mix again. And you definitely learn to develop rivalries kind of with the guys you play against and the teams and as coaches. We all know each other because we see each other so much. So there's definitely a respect there, but every year you're looking to get through those guys. And when you're playing on the road so much, you're definitely battle seasoned and you're ready to go. And some of those buildings, even as a player in Travers and Cadillac, Petoskey, they're tough barns to play in, especially if you've never done it before. So.
Great stuff. Hey, Cam, really, I can't tell you how much we appreciate this. I'll tell you what a cool guy he is. He's taking a break from work right now to have this conversation with us. So really, Cam, we appreciate it. You guys have been a great story. I think it's fantastic, not just for Alpena, but high school hockey as well. And it's great to see another guy that comes from the ranks doing some good things in the hockey community. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you for everything that you do, and certainly good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it and hope that you guys keep doing what you're doing. You guys do a great job, you and John and Kevin, and just great for the sport in general, and look forward to talking to you guys down the road.
Great stuff. Continued success to Cam Givens, the entire Alpena Hockey Club, from everybody here at State Champs.